One of the strange things I've noticed about boat work is just how messy it actually can be. So I had two projects to do this morning. The first one was hooking up the new motor for the dinghy. I don't want gas on the dinghy either, so I've bought myself an electric trolling motor. I could have gone for something like the e-propulsion Spirit 1.0 Plus, which is basically a 1 kilowatt motor with a built-in battery. But because I wanted some spare batteries for my house, or some spare batteries for the main propulsion bank, I decided to go for a standard trolling motor and use 4 spare batteries for the pack for the dinghy motor. So this is it over here, and you can't see the insides, but if you go back to one of my previous videos, I think you'll see my house battery bank. But inside is just basically 4 of the lithium 3.2 cells, 280 amp hours. It's busy charging at the moment, and this over here is my trolling motor. It's not a standard cheap little trolling motor, it's quite a nice one. This one's made by a company called Haswing. Let's see if we can get that. Haswing. And it's the 2 horsepower equivalent, runs on 12 volts. But the main thing is it's got a brushless motor. Brushless motors are very efficient, they're very light. I can pick this up with one hand very easily. And they are very, very quiet. I do like them a lot. When I used to build electric bikes, I used to always use brushless motors for that as well. Yeah, let's see how it works. So we're going to just unplug the charger quickly. I'm going to balance the phone, and not sure if you can still see, but I will plug the motor in to the same spot. That's the motor waking up, but I need to get the key for it. There we go. Yeah, I know. Key's coming. Alright, so now it's happy, it's got the key. I don't have the prop on. Speed control can obviously tilt up and down. I'm going to leave it where it is at the moment. And let's turn it in one direction. Try that. Reverse. Back to neutral. And forward. Back to neutral, and that's it. Very nice little motor for the dinghy with this lithium battery bank. So this is these cells are 280 amp hours each. So this is actually close to 3,500 watt hours of power. So something which has got quite an impressive range, like the e-propulsion Spirit 1.0 has a 1260 watt hour battery pack. So this is nearly 3 times the battery pack. I've got similar power, slightly less, but what it basically means is I could go full speed on this motor for 5 hours. I'm not sure how many knots it would be yet, but it would be more than fast enough, I think, for me. And in theory, I suspect this motor might actually move this Cadillac very, very slowly as well if I needed to. And that's the other reason I wanted to have a motor with quite a long range, is let's just say for some reason something happens to the 48 volt battery pack, I would be able to hook up either this pack or the main house pack and push the boat along, probably very, very slowly, but I'll do some tests when it's ready. And that way I've got a backup propulsion system. The only other thing I worked on today, and it doesn't explain this monstrous mess, is I needed a horn on the boat, and so obviously that meant wiring, and so everything else comes out as well. And I'll turn it on for you quickly just so you can see how it works. There we go. And I'll do a short little one because it's quite noisy. And that's it. 2 things done today, and now I've got to do a lot of cleaning before I move on to non-electrical projects. Ciao.